Welcome back to the Fox's Den. I'm Roxanne, and this is another 3-ingredient recipe for the kitchen segment. Yay, you're back. Okay, I love these 3-ingredient recipes. This one, though, hands down is my favorite one so far, next to the chocolate cake. And when you put the two together, you've made like extra. You've went from simple to like gourmet, as my friend Dave would say. So first I want to tell you what we have here. I have from Trickling Springs, I have organic cream. You do not have to buy organic cream. And by the way, I don't go to any specialty shop for this. I get this right at our ShopRite. I'm not sure what that would be if you were somewhere else in the world or the United States, but it's just our local grocery store. They have a whole organic section. It's amazing. And it is 2 cups. I've chilled my metal bowl. You can chill your glass bowl as well, along with the beater, and I'm going to whip it up. And then I will show you what consistency it has to be. And then we have 14-ounce can of condensed, or actually, I'm sorry, we have, yes, sweetened condensed milk. And we're gonna add that in. And then my third ingredient is a teaspoon of vanilla. But this is just the base. You could go crazy with it. You could make fun flavors, like adding birthday cake and whatnot. And of course, you know I'm gluten-free, so I'm not adding any birthday cake today. But this is just the base. And then all those fun flavors will be for another episode. So let's get started. Okay, directly in. Oh my God, it is so good. When you taste, especially organic cream, you could see it's starting to thicken around the sides when it came right out of there. When you taste it, it's already sweet. Like the natural sweetness of it is just amazing. I'm gonna get all of that goodness in there. Okay, and then I'm going to whip it up and then I will show you what that looks like. I have to put my splash guard on. I have to tell you, I have a lot of wonderful things that go on in my life. Like I have a wonderful family and I have a beautiful job and I have a beautiful home and I'm very blessed. But when I get to stand here in this kitchen and make these little simple ingredient recipes, I don't know, it's like one of my favorite things to do. It used to be reading and shopping, but for some reason this has become like my little zone. Maybe you should try it. I think it's kind of on the therapeutic side. Okay, this took all of 1 minute to beat. That's the kind of consistency that you want. It almost looks like a melted ice cream. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add in the whole can of this, which is 14 ounces, and a teaspoon of this, and I'm gonna fold it all in. I'm gonna get every bit off. This you can let. Okay. And then I'm just pouring it right in. I, put 2 holes at each end. It's gonna go straight in. You pour it in. I'm gonna do it from up high because it's like a beigey, creamy color. Investigate all kinds of stuff, and I wanted to know what condensed sweet milk was. So sugar is added, but what they do is they take the milk and they take all of the water out of it, which makes that super sweet. And then they add sugar. It's so beautiful, look at that. It's getting in there. So between the fluffiness and the creaminess of the beaten cream and then this sweetened condensed milk texture, it makes for a wonderful soft serve. And like I said, you can add anything. You can add cocoa powder, you can add pieces of chocolate, strawberries, raspberries, it's endless. But again, this is part of my 3-ingredient recipe. I mean, you can add pumpkin. We are going to do that. That's a hint. That is coming. That was requested by Susie. She loves pumpkin spice flavored food. I don't. But there are 6 of us here at the Fox's Den, and we have to share equal time of all likes. All right, so I'm ribboning this out. You want to get all of the last of the good bits, and then I will mix it up. Okay, so it looks like this. And I'm just folding it in a little bit. Very always simple. You know me, we have to do simple or we're not doing it. And then I'm gonna add a little vanilla. So my mom and my grandmother were chefs. My grandmother worked for the Trumps, I may have told you that before. And my mom was in a restaurant that's here locally that is a fabulous restaurant owned by the Rupertons. And it is called The Cafe when my mom worked in it. And now it's called the Townhouse, Rocco's Townhouse, the Townhouse. It is so delicious, you must stop in. But anyway, they knew all kinds of techniques and fancy dancy stuff, but even they would say you keep it simple. That happens to be the best recipes when it's clean and simple. And this was way back. Okay, adding a little vanilla, mixing it up. It's actually supposed to be a teaspoon. I'm not measuring. It's not gonna hurt this. So as you can see, it already has like that consistency of a soft serve. Oh my God, it smells so good. Of course, I have to taste some of it, but I just wanna make sure I incorporate it. Because I could see the beige against the white, and I wanna make sure it's all mixed. The beige being the milk in the can, and then the white being the cream. I have to taste a little bit of it. Look at it, oh my God. So good. We're gonna put it in containers that can go into the freezer like this. I will tell you, it fills up, if you're doing this, 3 of these, okay? We're gonna put it in the freezer. I'll show you what that looks like. And then when it sets, I will show you what that looks like. It usually takes a good 6 hours, but it is great when it is overnight. Okay, there's one. There you go. All right, I'm gonna put this in with my other 2 that I'll be making. Once it is set, I will be back and I will share it with you. What's exciting to me about this recipe is that this will accompany 2 other recipes. I'm going to show you my extra version of my 3-ingredient cake, which really will be knocked down to 2 ingredients because the 3rd ingredient was the powdered sugar that goes on top. So instead, I'm going to put layers of raspberry, but you could do so much more with that. Anyway, and this ice cream goes on the side of it. And we will be making the most delicious, I'm telling you, semi-homemade, as they call it, apple dumplings. The things that you can do with Pillsbury crescent rolls. I can have a whole series with that. It's realistic cooking, okay? Yes, I can make it all from scratch and it tastes delicious, but so does this. And it saves time and it's still warm and delicious and comforting, and you have time to be with your family and you still have time to eat. That's very important, to eat as a family and break a meal. Okay, thank you. I'll be back. As you can see, I already dug in. So, look, there it is. What do we have? Ice cream, and it's luscious. So I took a 3-ingredient recipe and I made another 3-ingredient recipe. Caramel sauce, we drizzled it right on top, sprinkled a little salt. Now we have like a little salted caramel dessert going on, just a little bit, and it's so delicious. It's so good. It's really good and creamy. Thank you for tuning into the Fox's Den. I know I'm right under the light. It's late, but I wanted to taste this. I didn't want to save it for tomorrow. Thank you for tuning into the Fox's Den. Again, as I said, please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And we look forward to hearing your stories. You can reach us at www.fromthefoxesden.com.